The most infamous celebrity meltdown of the 21st century played out live on national television, but the public spectacle masked a very different hidden battle. By 2010, Charlie Sheen was sitting at the absolute peak of the entertainment industry. He was earning $1.8 million for a single episode of television. His sitcom, 2.5 Men, anchored CBS, dominating primetime ratings week after week and building a massive empire around his persona. While Sheen's $1.8 million salary was record-breaking, CBS generated over $3.2 million in ad revenue per episode. When you factor in back-end syndication, the payouts compounded exponentially, building Sheen an estimated $150 million fortune. That level of profitability created an environment where the star appeared completely untouchable. As long as ratings held steady, the network tolerated almost any behavior off-camera. That tolerance finally broke in early 2011.
Following an incident at the Plaza Hotel and an emergency rehab trip, CBS abruptly halted production. Sheen retaliated by going on the offensive. He sat down for a highly publicized interview, giving a rambling, defiant performance. Days later, the studio fired him. The termination triggered a massive financial fallout. Breach of contract lawsuits were filed, syndication deals were threatened, and the star was locked out. It is rare for a multi-billion-dollar machine to sever its most profitable asset. To understand how the situation degraded to the point of amputation, we have to look at how the star's foundation was built. Charlie Sheen was born directly into Hollywood royalty. His father, Martin Sheen, was a highly respected dramatic actor, deeply established within the industry. But the younger Sheen didn't rely solely on his family name. In the 1980s, he earned genuine critical acclaim, carrying heavy dramatic roles in films like Platoon and Wall Street. As his box office power grew, so did his reliance on drugs and alcohol. By 1990, the heavy partying caught up with him, resulting in his first month-long stint in a rehabilitation center. Over the next decade, his legal issues escalated rapidly. He was named as a star witness in the Heidi Fleiss prostitution trial and faced multiple charges for domestic assault. Despite a highly visible rap sheet, Hollywood executives repeatedly offered him lucrative new roles. Because his movies grossed well and his television ratings remained high, his off-screen actions were treated as the cost of doing business. In 2003, Sheen was cast as Charlie Harper, a wealthy, womanizing, hard-drinking bachelor. The fictional character was essentially a mirror of Sheen's real-world persona. The lines between the actor and the role quickly blurred. His actual tabloid scandals effectively served as marketing material for the sitcom, driving viewership higher and inflating his own ego. For a man actively struggling with addiction, this feedback loop was deeply destructive. He was required to go to work every day and play out the very disease that was slowly killing him. The industry was paying him millions of dollars a week to perform a sanitized, comedic version of his own self-destruction. Under those conditions, any incentive to actually get sober completely vanished. By late 2010, the situation became impossible to manage. Police were called to a trashed hotel room where Sheen was found intoxicated with an adult film star, following a string of recent domestic violence arrests. Facing intense pressure to clean up his act, Sheen made a fatal miscalculation. He took to the media and launched a series of vicious personal insults against the show's creator, Chuck Lorre. For the network, the decision ultimately came down to math. The cost of halted production, uninsurable delays, and severe brand damage had finally eclipsed the massive advertising revenue Sheen brought in. The studio made a brutal pivot. They fired Sheen, killed off the Charlie Harper character entirely, and hired Ashton Kutcher to take over the lead role in an effort to save the franchise. The network amputated its biggest star to keep the machine running. Left without a job or a schedule, Sheen was locked into an unchecked downward spiral, playing out in real time across the internet. 4 years later, in November 2015, Sheen sat down for another live television interview on The Today Show. This time, the tone was entirely different. The manic energy was gone. Looking directly at the camera, Sheen calmly revealed that he had been diagnosed as HIV positive. He explained that he received the diagnosis roughly 4 years earlier. That timeline perfectly aligns with his highly publicized 2011 breakdown. This flowchart illustrates the secondary nightmare he was living through. As he processed his diagnosis, a network of associates began extorting him, draining over $10 million from his accounts in exchange for their silence. Knowing this, the arrogant spectacle of tiger blood and winning takes on a vastly different context. It was a massive public defense mechanism, masking a terrified man dealing with a life-altering illness and systematic extortion. The response to his disclosure was immediate. Medical experts and HIV activists publicly praised his candor, noting that his visibility could help dismantle the lingering stigma surrounding the virus. Internet search data from that week shows a flat trend line suddenly spiking to record highs. That digital curiosity translated into action. As the second line shows, clinical requests for HIV testing mirrored the search data, surging dramatically in the following days. By destroying the secrecy surrounding his own illness, Sheen inadvertently engineered one of the most effective public health awareness campaigns of the decade. In 2025, Sheen collaborated on a documentary chronicling his life, speaking with the clarity of a man with over 7 years of continuous sobriety. He has spent recent years making quiet amends. He rebuilt relationships with his ex-wives and reconciled with Chuck Lorre, appearing in his latest series. Hollywood has a long history of enabling its most profitable stars until their addictions result in tragedy. Many of those stories end in early death. Sheen's public collapse stands as a stark indictment of an industry that prioritizes ad revenue over human survival. But today, his quiet recovery serves as a testament to a man who managed to survive his own myth and finally reclaim his reality.